Katt Williams brought up a rumor about Diddy and TD Jakes that many people had feared was true, and when it turned out to be true, it seemed like a huge revelation. Since this caused shockwaves to flow over the internet, they eventually spread to every corner of the globe. The assertions that have been made continue to be spread around, but how much truth is there in the rumors that are being spread? Hello everyone, welcome back to Rumor Spill. It was only recently that a number of people began to wonder if or not the actions of TD Jakes suggested that there was something fundamentally wrong with the pastor from Texas. It would appear, on the other hand, that we might not have fully appreciated the claims that have been made against TD Jakes. There is more to them, and it is probable that they are just another instance of intimidation used on anyone who is connected to Diddy's harmful network. However, there is more to them than meets the eye. According to sources, Katt Williams said that Diddy made an attempt to kill TD Jakes after the latter declined the exorbitant offers that Diddy made to him. In spite of the fact that I am aware that it is quite implausible, I shall proceed to investigate it more. To begin, however, I pray that Diddy will look graciously toward you and that the blood of Jesus will quickly wash over you and protect you. I hope that this will happen. The presence of a religious leader, particularly one as prominent as TD Jakes, in such a situation is something that one would not anticipate seeing take place. Nevertheless, here we are, a number of years after Tyler Perry made a donation of $1 million to his church in the year 2013. A great number of individuals believe that the circumstances in which TD Jakes found himself were fraught with significant peril. The issue is extremely problematic due to the fact that the pastor in Texas is one of the most well-known and respected pastors in the entire globe. In spite of this, the relationship between Tyler Perry and TD Jakes is not the primary topic of discussion in this particular setting. Instead, it is about how TD Jakes allegedly got himself into a sexually improper situation with P. Diddy, another renowned individual, because even after more than a decade, it does not appear that much has changed. TD Jakes is a well-known rapper. Once again, these rumors have surfaced, and this time they are considerably more offensive than before. Not only have his most vehement critics been unyielding, but the accusations that have been hurled against him have been so difficult to comprehend that they are almost unintelligible. Both his business links with Brother Love and the parties that he is said to have attended have been the subject of these allegations. Additionally, these allegations have been made in relation to Brother Love. Have you ever felt as though something was completely devouring you in the past? Nobody, not even the most ardent of his critics, can dispute the preacher's success. After serving as the pastor of a small church in Montgomery, Alabama, with only 10 members, TD Jakes moved on to become the pastor of a Pentecostal congregation in Dallas, Texas, which has 30,000 members. The fact that he is held in such high esteem by members of the black community is something that cannot be ignored. He was featured on the cover of Time magazine because his meteoric rise to such astonishing accomplishment occurred so quickly. If you want to know the truth, you can read it here. However, his success was not just founded on his ability to preach. He also developed a multi-million-dollar corporation, became a best-selling author, won a Grammy for gospel music, and was a highly sought-after speaker. All of these accomplishments contributed considerably to his success. He lived an extravagant lifestyle throughout his entire life, which was a reflection of his success. A dramatic contrast can be seen between the fact that he is a spiritual leader and the luxurious houses, expensive automobiles, and even his own private plane that he owns. One can even be led to believe that he is a famous pop star. The people that follow him, on the other hand, are of the opinion that he is a supporter of prosperity, and they protect him. If a preacher appeared to be living in poverty, do you think you would be willing to trust what they said?
It is up to you to decide the answer to that question, however. Before we get into that, let's have a look at the origins of TD Jakes. TD Jakes is one of the few preachers in the United States who has achieved the kind of success that he has, despite the fact that preachers who are worth billions of dollars are becoming increasingly common in the country. For the purpose of comprehension, it is necessary for us to go back in time to the year 1957, and more specifically to the 9th of June in that year. TD Jakes was formerly known by his previous name, Thomas Dexter Jake, prior to his remarkable accomplishment. When he was a little child, he was born in the town of South Charleston, which is situated in the state of West Virginia.
TD Jakes had to overcome obstacles in order to fulfill his calling to preach, one of which was the death of his father when he was 15 years old. Despite this, he felt a desire to preach. Beginning at a young age, he began improving his powers by rehearsing his sermons and having discussions with squirrels that were located in close proximity to his house. For example, his mother fostered in him a love of language and a passion for preaching. This was one of the things that she implanted in him. In spite of the difficulties he faced, he persisted and eventually obtained his General Equivalency Diploma, GED. In addition, he finished the correspondence courses that were required for his undergraduate and doctoral degrees. It was necessary for him to take care of his mother, so he decided to drop out of high school. A Pentecostal church-affiliated organization promoted T.D. Jakes to the position of bishop during this time. Sarita Jameson was the name of the woman who T.D. Jakes would eventually grow to love and that he would devote his life to. They tied the knot within the span of a year, and she remained by his side as he pursued his career ambitions during the course of their relationship. Although he was on his way to becoming famous, he ran into a lot of obstacles along the way. The 1990s marked the commencement of investigations into his financial affairs, which ultimately led to the discovery of his substantial earnings from speaking engagements, the production of plays, and the publication of books. During the time that his church was gaining prominence, these inquiries were begun. In spite of the fact that he has been the target of criticism and controversy, T.D. Jakes has been able to maintain his popularity and enjoy the support of the members of his church. His members are aware of the reason for their contributions because they have paid off the church's mortgage, which was approximately $4.5 million. The majority of the money for his charitable organization comes from the sales of his things, and his members are aware of the meaning behind their contributions. Not only has T.D. Jakes been the subject of criticism and controversy due to his business activities, but the same criticism and controversy have also been aimed at his personal life and the principles that he holds. The controversial musician T.D. Jakes has been at the center of contentious debates on a wide range of subjects, including his stance on homosexuality and concerns surrounding his children. The pregnancy of Sarah Jakes, who was just 13 years old at the time, was a significant event that took place within the family. T.D. Jakes was the father of the child. As a consequence of the attention that was placed on his life, he and his family were forced to endure a great deal of difficulty. It was in 2009 when Jermaine, his son, was brought into custody after a sting operation, which became the subject of yet another controversy. Given the circumstances surrounding this arrest, questions have been raised about the manner in which T.D. Jakes has handled the allegations, as well as his perspective on homosexuality. The reason for this is that the church has held a strong stance against partnerships between individuals of the same gender throughout its history. Over the course of the previous few years, there have been numerous situations in which T.D. Jakes has been suspected of being involved in a scandal or conflict with Diddy. The allegations are frightening because they assert that Diddy attempted to kill T.D. Jakes after he turned down his offers. This is the reason why the allegations are so disturbing. As a result of these allegations being brought back to light, the challenges that important participants in the industry are striving to overcome have been brought to further light. However, despite the fact that T.D. Jakes has become a target for rumors and disputes due to his success and fame, his followers continue to have unflinching faith in him. In spite of the fact that T.D. Jakes is still working through the challenges that he is facing in both his professional and personal life, there is one thing that is crystal clear: his influence on the religious and cultural landscape cannot be questioned. Subscribe Rumor Spill for more videos.